it is. Hi, Miss Lindsay. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
No complaints yet, but it is only what time is it? 6:05. So a lot can change. When we first talked about doing this, it was Wednesday, Thursday. So it worked out to do it Thursday. And then I was also kicking myself that I said Thursday. So my son works, right? And I pick him up at like 7:30 at night. And just in case had to go get him from work Wednesday, I was like, let's go Thursday, right? Cool.
Okay.
I got a text on Tuesday night from my tattoo artist. Hey, I had cancellations. You have an appointment at the end of the month. You want to go tomorrow? I'm like, fuck, yeah, I'll go there tomorrow. Cool. I'll see you at 11. I said, that should be cool, whatever. I didn't get done till 7:30 at night. So I'm like, okay, like that was a while. So it worked out that we did it. And I'm like, all right, dope. I'm getting ready for today. I'm like, okay, here's what dinner is. Let me feed the kids. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm like, football starts. And I'm like, uh-oh. I said I have a podcast. And I was like, that's cool. It is what it is. So
Mm.
it happens. It is. So anyway, welcome. I don't know if you've done a podcast before. I don't think
Not like this. I've done like with the microphones and like in person stuff, but not
that's
like this.
not Zoom and all this fun shit. I like to do them in person too, which ironically I think I'm going down to SoCal this weekend, but it's not definitive yet. So I think
Oh,
I'm just gonna skedaddle from up here to take a break from the Bay Area life, because that's where I'm at. I'm just gonna drive down there Saturday, come home Tuesday, and kind of like just breathe for a bit. But it's not, like I said, it's not set in stone. So
you're in the Bay Area?
yes,
Oh,
I grew up in Oakland, and now I'm about 15, 20 miles from San Francisco, Oakland area. So it's not too bad. So we're on the same time
okay.
zone, which actually worked out better because Barbie, who flaked and canceled because she has better things to do. Hope your dad's worth it. She's in Texas, so she's a couple hours ahead. But
Okay.
she's from the Bay Area, so we're all from California. I'm assuming you're from California. You live in SoCal, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Uh, So I'm gonna just disclaimer it because I like to put this in a lot of the episodes because I know they still listen. If we have to chop and screw this, we can. If you name drop, because I learned the hard way from name dropping on a podcast I was on years ago when I was still an apprentice. I talked shit about the director of the school, and it circled every union up here. And he promptly had me lay off from my job site when it happened. So I was like, "That's cool,
That's
guy."
not good.
If you have to, let me know. I can pause, chop, screw everything together. Um, so for the people that do not know, you have quite a following on Instagram. For the people that do not know, who are you? What do you do?
Uh, my name's Lindsey Hover. The blue collar Barbie.
Why'd you
I'm
air quote that? That's not air quoting. That's definitive, dude. You know what I mean? The blonde hair, the blue eyes, you're all about the blue collar life. That's fucking dope.
Thanks. Yeah, the fake lips, the fake tits, I got it all. No, I'm a welder and fabricator, a lover of classic cars, and trucks, and yeah,
So what make and model is the
the 71 GMC Jimmy.
yeah. It's all
Yeah.
white, right? It doesn't have pink roll bars, does it?
It's dove gray with a pink pearl overcast, so it's hard to tell in pictures, but in the sun, you really see the pink pearl in it.
Yeah.
And yes, my roll bar is pink. My carriage bolts are pink. Yeah, just little pink accents. I don't know.
That's fucking dope.
I wanted to paint the whole thing pink, but I was talked out of that. Um,
Do it. You got Barbie in your name. You may as well just go.
I'll do it on my next truck.
So do you
I'm
paint stuff too, or do you take it to a shop?
No, I don't paint. I would love to learn. I want to learn everything. I want to do everything.
Right.
But I want to be good at shit, So I'm trying to be a good fabricator first, and then maybe I'll do some other shit. But one
When
thing
I
at a
was in propane as a fitter, the owner of the company raced sprint cars. So they
time.
were there all the time, and I didn't understand how painting worked, right? When I
Hmm.
was in my early 20s, I was like, you want it red, you paint it red, right? And he goes, no, 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 you got to put this undercoat, whether it's white or black or green. And then I'm like, what the fuck? Goes, it changes it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Started paying attention, and even my tattoo artist last night, I was like, dude, your color matching is insane. I got a gambit tattoo on my calf, and he's just dipping it in dark brown, light brown, green, white, and I'm like, that's perfectly what the fuck his trench coat is. That's fucking insane. I want to learn. I can draw,
Yeah.
but I can just copy like, okay, I want that black or blue. I don't have the fucking know how to
Yeah.
make my own colors, and I want to know.
Yeah. Um, well, when I was building the truck or restoring it, I was working at the shop that helped me. So I was pretty much like included or involved in the whole process. So I saw what they did, how they mixed the paint code, and I was if I didn't do it myself, I was there for it. So and
That's hella cool.
that was important to me though, because I wanted my truck to be like, if I'm gonna say I built it, like I want to actually build it, not just be like, do that, and So it was important for me to like get my hands dirty and really do the work.
No, and that's I think a lot of things is a lot of people they're okay, and I guess there's nothing wrong with it, but they're good with buying a car or just having, like you said, a couple pieces of saying I want this, this, this for their specs, and then drive with them. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm like,
hopefully those people exist. Otherwise, I'd be out of a job.
right, right, right. So do you primarily work on automobiles? I mean fabrication, yeah, but welding and all that stuff. Do you do any commercial work or anything else besides vehicles?
Well, right now I work at a shop that mainly does classic restorations, and I'm a fabricator there. So that that's mainly what I do there. But in the past, I was working at a bike shop for like a year and a half, building crash bars and handlebars, and I built some exhaust. So I did that, and then I've done some stuff on the side, like my own thing, just little side jobs here and there,
Yeah.
welding gigs or whatever. So, but my passion and my motivation has always been classics, restoration, and fabrication.
That's
So,
hella, that's hella dope. So you say it's always been that. When did you discover that passion for classic cars? Is it like passed down from grandpa to dad all the way down? Is it
no, not at all.
really?
I I grew up in Beverly Hills, and I didn't know what a fender was until about what since I started doing this 3.5, 4 years ago.
Shit.
So yeah, so the story is I had a boyfriend at the time who was a fabricator, and I had always wanted like a convertible truck. Like I thought I wanted a Bronco.
Okay.
Uh, he found my truck for me, and so he convinced me I wanted this Jimmy. We bought it. It had so much rust, bullet holes. It was just primer. It needed a lot of work, and he was like, I got you. Like this is what I do. Like I'll totally help you. We'll rebuild it.
Yeah.
Um, I was trying to get sober during that time. I wasn't sober yet. Um, so some shit happened. He ended up dumping me, and then I was left with my this truck, and I had no idea what to do or where to go, or I didn't have any help, and I didn't know anybody. So I knew he was gonna think like, oh, she's just gonna sell it and whatever. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Like I'm gonna get my shit together, and I'm gonna learn how to do this my fucking self.
Right.
So I went to the shop that I took my daily to get repaired when I crashed it. And I was like, you should give me a job. And they were like, do you know anything about cars? And I was like, nope, but I will learn. I will work for free. I will sweep. I painted the attic. I'll do whatever you want. So they're like, all right. So they hired me, and that's what I did. I did a ton of wet sanding. And after a little bit, I was able to bring my truck there, and they pretty much helped me. I mean, I've done a lot more work to it since then, but they painted it. I The first time I ever welded was there. So that really gave me my start. And once I started doing it, I was like, I want to keep doing this. I want to be good at this. I want, like, this is what I'm going to do now. So I stayed there for a little bit, and then I ended up going to a different shop, which was a more of a hot rod shop, and I was an apprentice there. Got some more experience, and they were like, you can be an apprentice for, you know, a couple months, and then we'll start paying you. And I was like, all right, fine. So after about 6 months and still not being paid, I was like, look, I'm running out of money. So I need to like make something. Like, I'm worth something, right? Like, I mean,
Right.
you keep me around. So, and they didn't want to pay me. And so I started looking for other shops that would maybe hire me. And I couldn't find anybody that would take me seriously or hire me. So I I was bartending at the time as well to make ends meet. And so I started saving up my money, and um, a friend of mine recommended that I go to the fab school.
Okay.
And so I went to the fab school, mainly just to get that stupid piece of paper that was like, you completed this or whatever, because no one would take me. No one really thought that I was going to hang in there and like really do this and do the work and
Right.
be decent at it. So I went to fab school, and then people started to be like realizing, oh, she really is going to do this. And graduated there, got a job, got a little bit more experience, got a different job, a little bit more experience, and I've just kind of slowly been getting to where I'm at now, I guess. I mean, I always say like I always have so much more to learn. Like, where I'm at right now, like, I'm learning new shit every day. And like I haven't been doing this that long, really. Like, I think 3 or 4 years now. And that, like, not really that long at all. So I'm always trying to just get better, learn whatever I can, and now I'm finally getting paid to do it.
That's fucking dope. So do you think that it took a minute to gain traction for, and I don't want to put this out there if this is not the case, but I just want to ask, because you're a female, or because of lack of experience, or because of both?
I think both. I think there's I think lack of experience, but I think the the way I look female. There's a lot of females in the industry that you know are taken seriously, that have grown up with, you know, fathers, uncles, whatever, like they've been doing this their whole lives and they get taken seriously. But I, like you said, I've got blonde hair, fake tits, fake lip, you know, like I was a bikini bartender so that I could pay for fab school. So
Right.
the way I look was a deterrent. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times, and still some people or shops have told me, you would be too much of a distraction, or my wife would kill me, or my girlfriend would not have that. And it's like, okay, whatever.
They
But
watch too much porn, like, oh, she's stuck under the car, help her out, step brother. Like, that's not how it works, you know?
I mean, for some chicks it is, I guess. I mean, there's some chicks that do that, whatever, you know, to each their own. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, but mostly, for the most part, I've been able to find some really dope dudes that have really helped me, and just wanted to see me get better and grow, and not take advantage of me, and you know, have been supportive. And I've I've been lucky to have some really dope people teach me and take me under their wing.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah.
that's hella cool. Have you seen a lot of influx and any other women trying to join? Or were there a lot of women in your school when you were going through fab school? Was it just you were the only female, or
I was not the only female. I was one of the only females. I think there was one other one when I was there. However, after I went there, there has been a number of, like, the number of women that have enrolled has increased, and there were several that reached out to me asking about fab school, and ended up going there. So you're welcome, Fab School. No, but I mean, and I still remain in contact with some of my instructors from there. Like sometimes like I'll have a problem at work or something and I'll be like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like I have gas, like what is happening right now? And I'll text one of my instructors and they always respond and it's cool, you know? So like my experience I loved Fab School. I had the best time. My class was so rowdy, but we had a great, it was like one of the best experiences of my life, to be honest.
How long is Fab School?
It was a 6 month program for fundamentals of fabrication. They have so many programs, and like you can do it different lengths. You can do night class or whatever. But I did the like 6 month program because I wanted to get out there and start working. I
And start
needed to
working.
start working.
So with that certificate you get after
Yeah.
the 6 month class, that's what they were looking for, right? That's your in there. How
Yeah, you get a certificate and you can get certified with AWS. So I went ahead and did that as well.
what's AWS? American Welding Bureau?
American Welding Association, yeah.
Ha, dope. Uh, if you want to, so do you have to go back to school if you want to continue to get better? Not to get better. That was a weird way to say that. Do you have to go get certifications to move up from what you are now? My computer's charging.
It depends what you want to do. Like if you want to be like a pipeliner or work on like the ships in the yard, the cities, everywhere has different requirements and different levels or whatever. But what I want to do and what I've been doing like in classic restorations, nobody really has any certifications. But I needed to get that for people to take me seriously.
Right.
But I'm not trying to be like a combo pipeliner welder, really. I mean, who knows? One day, I never say never. But
Right.
there's a lot of like there are some uh, certifications that you have to get for different industries or jobs.
Yeah, no, for sure. Has it affected you the inverse way of being a female in a male dominated industry? Any relationship wise? Like, oh, she's around dudes all day, or oh, she's around, blah blah blah. Has that affected it at all, or no? Not so much.
Um, not. I mean,
I've seen
not.
a lot of it in the electrician world of people that aren't as secured as like the wives of the dudes or whatever. Like, oh, I don't like that or blah blah blah. I've seen it on job sites I've been on with people, but I didn't. I mean, I could assume that it goes everywhere else. I just wasn't sure if it ever has affected anybody of being around men all day long or how we talk, how we act on a job site. If that
I
comes
mean,
across.
if you know me at all, if you spend any time with me, you'll know that I shoot the shit just as good, if not better, than any fucking dude in the shop. So if you dish it out, I'll give it right back to you tenfold. So for
Dope.
me, like that's just my personality. So I tend to get along with in that environment. Like
Yeah.
so it hasn't really you know mattered to me. Like I don't know, some people think it's intimidating or you know not classy or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just me. So
No, and I think that's it. People get too wrapped up in how they're perceived, how they look, whatever it is, to just have fun and just be normal. And it's, I don't, or they
yeah.
try too hard to be cool, and then you're like, no, that's fucking weird, guys. Stop it. Um,
Well, I think also like for me, like I have no problem making fun of myself or like you have to have like some kind of thick skin in
right.
a way. You like you got to be able to joke around. Like, and you can't, like, when I first started, some of these dudes were worried, like, oh my God, she's going to call HR or whatever. Like, fuck no, bro. Like, I'll joke about the way you look too. Like, it's, you just, if you want to work in this industry and you're a woman, you better be ready to fucking talk like the men do in the shop.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Has social media with what you do and what you used to, has that helped, or has that been more? I don't want to say negative. I've seen a couple, like oil rig welders where they have like the OnlyFans and all that stuff too. I don't know if you do. I'm not assuming you do. I know that these girls post theirs and they get the negative comments of, "Oh, you're not a fucking welder because you do blah blah blah." You know, they have the negative effect. It has social media negatively impacted or been more positive for what you do?
Um, I do not have an OnlyFans. I have I've, I mean, I won't lie. I've considered it. Like some of these chicks are making a hell of a lot of money. Like why the
Me
fuck would
too, and I'm not.
but you know, like come on, bro. But no, I don't have an OnlyFans. I just I really don't want to have to do that. I mean, to these other chicks that do it, like more power to you. Not judging at all. Go get your money. Like whatever. I however like that's you. But I just, especially when I was first starting out, I thought it was important to not be associated with that because I feared and I feared that it would make people take me less seriously or it would hinder me from getting jobs. And and the fact and it's true. Like some girls that work in this industry or you know male dominated industries that also have OnlyFans have a hard time getting taken seriously or getting jobs if they have an OnlyFans.
Right.
And that just wasn't worth it to me. I wanted to be good at this. Too bad to have an OnlyFans, so I don't have an OnlyFans.
No, I get it. I don't, but I know that there's been job sites I've gone on where people recognize me from Savage Grit or before when it was locals only, and oh, we got locals only on the job site. Let's see how well he works and how he runs pipe. And dog, that's okay. Fuck it. This is my regular job, and don't put me to the test. But I didn't know if other people who had a bigger following or a big following get that of like, oh, let's see how good you really are. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is
Well,
fuck.
I mean, I think I'm pretty transparent on my social media. I mean, I the reason I have any following at all is because I show what I do. Um, I don't claim to be, you know, master welder fabricator. Like I said, I've only been doing this for a couple of years and I'm always trying to get better. I'm always trying to learn more. I try to remain very humble and teachable. So yeah, I get comments from people sometimes, you know, like talking shit about my work or like, oh, let's see the welds actually. And I'm like, okay, they're right on the next picture. Like you can go and look at them. Like I'm
Right.
not a poser really at all.
Yeah.
So, but you know, you're gonna get that. It's regardless of the number of followers you have, there's always gonna be fucking haters no matter what. It's
Right.
just part of it. But I get a lot of support too. Like I'm happy to say that I get more support and more praise than I do hate and negativity.
That's dope.
I'm grateful for that.
Right.
So
That's dope. That's
yeah,
legit. So
yeah.
what does the future hold? You want to own your own shop?
I don't know. I've been asked that a lot lately, and to be super honest, like I don't. I, I like I said, I've only been doing this a couple years. I don't think I'm at a level where I am in any position to own or run a shop.
Right.
But who knows what the future holds? You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's a cool idea, but that's a lot of responsibility too.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't know. I'm happy with where I'm at right now. I'm learning a lot. Um, I'm good with where I'm at right now.
That's dope.
So
That's hella
we'll
dope. Yeah.
see
No,
what happens.
that's fucking.
Yeah.
I'm proud of. I thought you were in it for a lot. I'm not trying to say like I'm proud for of you for how your work is for how short it's been, but for starting something new just recently, pretty much, and to where you're at now with what you're doing is fucking dope as hell, dude. So kudos to you, man. Uh, would you I want to get too into it, but I do. I wanted to ask, how much hate did you get when you posted
Mhm.
the shoes? You
When
have
I
to,
what?
you
Oh,
posted the
my
shoes.
Trump shoes?
Yeah.
Dude, look, I'm a Republican through and through. If you don't like it, you don't have to look.
Right.
I'm not gonna fight with you, but look, I am free just like you are to post whatever the fuck I want. And
All right.
yeah, and I am a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
So if you don't like it, stuff move on. But
Yeah.
I got some support from it also. Like it's just
Right.
it was interesting. It's always interesting when you post shit like that. It ruffles so many people's feathers, and you get to see, like, I actually lost a a friend that I had known for so many years. She wrote to me and was like, "I can't believe you would post this. Like, I can't be your friend anymore." And I was like, "Damn. I mean, okay, bye." Like, it's just like most of my family are Democratic and liberals, and I am kind of like the odd one out. Not all of them, but most of them are pretty liberal,
Yeah.
and like I still love them. They still love me. Like, we can have a disagreement and still coexist,
Right. Right.
um and there doesn't have to be any, like, hate or violence. Like, I'm allowed to have an opinion just like you are, and you don't have to press my little story. You don't have to watch it,
Right.
like, that's all up to you. Like, it's not like someone's forcing you to watch my shit.
Yeah.
So whatever.
I remember back in the day when people didn't talk about it, and I was like, man, that was we should go back to that.
Yeah. Well,
Not
I
knowing
mean, it's
anything about it.
interesting. It's interesting too, because some people have, like, wrote to me, or, like, even some friends of mine were like, "You really shouldn't talk about politics. Like, you really shouldn't go there. Like, leave politics out of it. Like, it'll affect your following." And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, look, like, it's cool that I have some followers. Like, I don't have 100,000 followers. Like, I don't pay for followers. Like, I post what I want to post because I think it's cool, and I like doing it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I I don't if I'm just gonna keep doing that. So it's not like I'm super concerned with losing. And I did, actually. I lost like hundreds of followers after I posted
No shit.
some Trump stuff or whatever. And, like, no skin off my back. Whatever. It is what it is. Like, look, bro, I still have my day job at the end of the day. Like, Instagram doesn't pay me what my job does.
Right.
So
Yeah. No,
whatever.
that's 100% it, man. And it's I don't know how or when or what happened to where people can't have opinions anymore, and it's fucking crazy that you have
Yeah.
to, even myself, as this isn't Savage Grit's not my personal page, but I have to watch what I post on it, just because, not that I'm trying to appease everybody, but I don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? Because I know what's
Yeah.
going to happen when I do. Uh,
Yeah.
and I learned the hard way, because this is my second go around of having a podcast. And the first one I was on somebody else's when I got in trouble for talking shit. And then on my other one, I didn't get in trouble. I caused a lot of shit because there was a parade or a march in Texas, and they had the
Hmm.
American flag, the Texas flag, and the pride flag all together, but the pride flag was the highest one. And I was like, see, to me, the American flag should be the highest one in any country. That should be the highest one more than anything. And I got called, oh, you're just a racist bigot. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just because I said the American flag should be, yeah,
Yeah,
what the
I
fuck?
mean, look, I have my opinions, but I also pick my battles. Like, sometimes it's just like,
I didn't even think me saying that little bit was gonna cause anything. I'm like, that's cool. The American flag should just be that 2 inches higher. You know what I mean? And I was like, that caused such a
yeah,
shitstorm where I'm like, I don't even want to deal with it no more. I was like, just that little drop. I'm like, just like you pick your battles. Like, I don't want nothing to do with it because it's gonna be
yeah,
loud people who think it's on both sides. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say one side's better than the other, but it's something like you said. I don't want to fucking deal with.
yeah,
I want to
yeah,
have fun, bro. Like I'm 39. I'm trying to fucking enjoy life, and we're not here very long. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
for sure, for sure.
I don't want to fucking be wrapped up being angry because of the fucking internet all day. Like
Yeah,
99% of these people I'm never gonna fucking see. So I'm
right.
like, have fun.
Yeah.
Like, 2 plus 2 is 5. You're right.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fucking dope, dude. So I don't want to keep you super, super fucking long because I know you work today and I know all of that. I do. What, so since you've been in, since it's only been 3, 4 years, what is the biggest thing, not like how to do it, but what's been the biggest takeaway since you've been in your world now for your number one job? Your biggest takeaway.
My biggest takeaway.
Question. What?
Like, I mean, to be honest, I think like the people that I've met, like, I've met a lot of people, and I've been to a ton of car shows. Just the experiences I've gotten traveling, going to different shows. You know, I've met my best friends because of all this, So
Was
I don't
there
know. It's
a
hard to
big,
say. Like, this is just my life now, so I don't even remember. I mean, I did so many things before this, but my whole world revolves around fucking cars and welding, and yeah. So I don't know anything else
no,
now.
because that's a bit to me, that's a big jump from being, you said it was a bikini bartender to now. That's to me, that's a 180. You know what I mean? Like,
I was a lot of things. I have a degree in psychology.
no,
Yeah,
fucking
I was a teacher. I was a bookkeeper. I was a hairdresser. I've lived a lot of lives in this one lifetime.
no.
So
That's cool though. And this is and where you're at now, this takes the cake over everything else. Yeah, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
that's
I
fucking
mean, I I didn't do the rest of that shit. So I mean, this must
true.
be better, right? I'm still doing this now. So
Fuck yeah, it is.
yeah.
Is there anything that you'd want to say to up and coming women or people women who are afraid to make the jump or they can't do it or anything of that gumption, or is there anything you'd want to tell them that that you've learned to
Um, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid. Like, I was always when I first I was afraid to look stupid, or like, there's still a ton of shit that I don't know. Like, I'm not a mechanic, like, at all. Like, I'm always asking questions about that. Like, even if you look stupid, fucking ask anyway, cuz you're not going to learn any other way.
yeah,
So just put yourself out there. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? They say no, or they make fun of you. Okay, fine, make fun of me, whatever. Move on. What's the answer then?
right,
Like, just don't be afraid, I guess.
yeah, no, that's huge for everybody on any walk of life because I know that I can be, what is it, crass or brash, whatever the fuck the word is. I can be a dick. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be, but I can be a dick. And even to my own kids, I have a 17-year-old son, and I was like, I need you to start the barbecue for me this tonight, and he couldn't do it, so I made fun of him. I was like, that's probably not the best way to go about it. Um, but no, for sure, never, never, never be afraid to ask questions because what is that saying? You don't know what you don't know. I mean, everybody has to
Yeah,
sometime.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So now I know.
exactly.
Thanks for telling me, Bob. After you made fun of me, now I know. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's okay. So six
yeah.
months, that's fucking crazy. That makes me want to go through it. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying like I thought it was like because I went through the my 5-year apprenticeship. So I just assume a lot of apprenticeships are or a lot of certifications are lengthy. Not
No, and that was the reason why I did that one, because, like, let's get real. I'm not getting any younger, and I've been so many other things in this lifetime. Like, I was on the fast track to get in and work and start making money doing this. And it's not it's a fast paced program. You can't really miss any days. It's like you kind of got to take it seriously.
right.
But it, it 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 did what it needed to do for me. So, and even
Fucking no.
after fab school, like, there was still a lot of shit that I needed to learn, and that I'm
Right.
still
Right.
learning. But I think that really gave me it also gave me, like, some confidence too. Like, going there, you know, um just learning the absolute basics, and getting support from the staff or the instructors, whatever, it helped with my confidence.
Right.
So,
I think that that is one of the best things that you said is that you, because you've reiterated it a few times, which is fucking phenomenal, is you're still learning. You know,
mhm.
you don't know everything because, I know a lot of folks, I'm sure you do too. You're like, oh, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You're doing it
No,
wrong.
yeah. We were talking about that at my shop the other day about how like some people will come in and be like, "Yeah, I could do this. I know it all." And I came into the shop and I was like, "Look, I know how to do some stuff. I'm a good welder, kinda. But there's still a lot I don't know." And I've been at the shop for a little bit now, and they're like, "You're doing better than we thought you would be doing," or whatever. Like I don't try to upsell myself, or if I can do something, I'll say I can do it. If I can't, I won't say I can do it because you're just gonna look fucking stupid if when you can't.
Right.
So
Right.
I'd rather save myself that awkward moment.
Right. Well, and that's what I try to tell different apprentices that I've worked with is you're going to get different things from different journeymen. Learn what you can and make it yourself. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
have to make
yeah,
it your own thing. And I've,
yeah. And there's also so many different ways to go about stuff. There's not always like one specific method or way to do something. And like I'm lucky to have been able to work with a lot of different people. Now I've learned how people do things a lot of different ways, and I have been able to kind of tailor everything I've learned and make my own way, kind
right,
of.
right.
So
No, and that's huge, and I think that I learned from that movie Boiler Room. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Remember that movie? A salesman movie with Giovanni Ribisi and Ben Affleck, a whole bunch of people. Vin
hmm.
Diesel, I think, has hair in it. It's fucking weird. Um, but he says in there, as he's trying to build his pyramid scheme with people, he goes, "Who has their Series 7 for stocks?" And this cocky guy goes, "I do." And goes, "Get the fuck out." I'm like, it clicked in my head. I'm like, people want to teach. They don't want to have somebody who thinks they're going to be on their level. They want you to be able to come in as like you could be moldable clay. And that's something that I've kept forever. Even if I
Yeah,
know what I'm doing, I might, like you said, I'm not the best. And it's like, do you know how to do it? Kind of show me what you want. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Show
yeah,
me how you do it. And then
yeah,
I'll do that. And then I've learned something or I didn't, but I know I'm doing it how they want. And
yeah,
we're golden. You know what I mean?
totally. Yeah,
Huge. Folks
yeah.
understand that. But that's okay. So I don't want to keep you too long. I like to keep them somewhat short and sweet and fast. That way people want to learn more. We can always do more. Um, we can say haha to Barbie, the OMFG Barbie, because she's not here and she didn't get to do this one. So sucks to her. Um, if I'm down in SoCal this weekend, I'm like, hey, where you at? Let's go to Disneyland because I think I'm going down there with some friends. We'll hang out. So I think I'm going. I'm not 100% sure because I want to go to the Raider game.
I think
Um,
I'm going to Irwindale this weekend, actually, and I'm going shooting, I think.
that's
So
the Raiders start this weekend and they're in SoFi, and I'm like, so
that's all you. That's all you.
gotta show up, gotta show. I mean, I don't have to. I don't fucking know yet. Anyway, so thank you for coming on. Hopefully we can do
Yeah.
this again, and I'm glad that we got the basis because I know I've been getting a lot of questions about females in the trades, and
Okay.
I figured this was a dope start to the second season of Savage Chaos. So I want to thank you for coming on and being honest about your journey, where you're at, where you've been, what you're doing, that whole thing. Because I know you've touched on a lot of things, and we went deeper into the blue collar world than we did anything else. Because I know you touched on a lot. If people didn't catch on it, we can always do it later. Of the being sober part of it, or relationship stuff, all that fun shit we can always do.
Mhm.
We can do that on a different time because it's fucking Thursday. You came off work. You probably want to go eat, hang out, do whatever you want to do.
Take a shower.
So take a shower for sure. So thank you for coming on, and we'll be talking.
All
Okay.
right, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.